Hey, everybody. I'm just sitting here for the Sunday chat. Just felt like talking. Oh, you just on time. I got that Apple Watch I promised you. let me let me drop the link. Your door prize. Somebody gonna be late, and I said when I get ready. There you go. Hey, Miss Full Roller. Ooh-wee. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, Zero. Okay, Miss Full Roller. Hey, Camille. The link is in the chat. What is even going on today? I haven't looked at the news. I feel so good today. I want to continue to. Yes, yes. I brought that along for Shannon. You see, he popped up in the live first, so I had to get him his door prize, and so I got him an Apple Watch. Uh oh. Somebody's in some. I always feel like somebody's. It's Shannon. Hey, Shannon.
Look, first off, let's get something straight. And that's not pretty. That's something I learned from when you come to people's house and you guest, you're supposed to treat your guests nice and all that kind of stuff. But
well, only thing I can say is you weren't a guest yet. I was treating you nice. And turn your volume up.
Okay. How's that? 1 2 1 2.
I thought you would like that. You said, wait a minute. Let me quote you. Why you always late and where my door prize? Okay, first of all, I cannot be late to something I said I'll be there when I get there.
Look,
and then number two, this is your door prize. So
the time said 8:26 on there. Your thing said scheduled for 8:26.
I didn't schedule that. That's StreamYard.
No.
You know what happened is I clicked the live button and I still had OBS up, so I had to close out OBS, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just come when I'm ready. But then I said, oh, I got to get his door prize. I got to get the person's door prize who's gonna show up first. And it just happened to be you. So voila.
I'm sleeping. I'm gonna catch you later.
Let's see what the chat says. Okay. Zero says, hey, WebSavvy, and hey, everybody. And he says, Mr. Delusional has entered the chat. Miss Roller is at the Apple Watch. I see. Camellia, I'm done reading my book. My friend just picked up some cinnamon. Oh, that sounds good. Cinnamon. I hope they're warm, Camellia. Zero says Apple is really falling off on their products.
Miss Roller, what you mean? Keyword is guest.
Yes. Hi, Democrat Debbie. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I believe this is your first time to live chat, And I just happened to do a Sunday chat today. We can talk about anything, well, within reason. But everybody, welcome Debbie.
Hey, how you
Thank you,
doing?
Debbie. If you could
Great.
thumbs up, and if you like hanging around our content, we like to laugh and talk trash, and you can hit the subscribe button. Zero says Gracie let Shannon come up on the panel today. Yeah, your kitty cat let Gracie come up on the. Let Shannon come up on the panel. Oh, by the way, Debbie, this was the door prize for the first person that showed up was the Apple Watch. Mm-hmm. Would you risk your life by getting on a plane with a female pilot? Well, I don't think that is a risk. No, I know someone who is an aviator who is a female, and she's rather good. As a matter of fact, because she's a female, she probably had to be almost twice as good. Okay, he says, let's see. Apple is slacking heavily nowadays. Okay, Camille says they're warm. That's the word of the day. Yes. Do y'all know what that means? Zero, you can come up if you like. I'm going to take the link out the chat.
No.
So what's going on today, Shannon?
Not much. I just been working on some stuff, gathering pictures. I've been doing that. Good gosh, I didn't realize how much stuff I have archived on disk and hard drives. It's like, wow, like lots of pictures and video. I mean, just in general, I got stacks. Oh Lord, I got stuff. I've been busy over the last couple of years, for real, with stuff. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
I hear you. Zero, the point of taking out the link is so you won't have various people jumping on the panel, or people that are malicious in their intent, and I just don't feel like being bothered with it. So that's why we take out the link. That's all.
Okay. You should take it out because the greatest. They get nervous when the best come through as well, so they hurry up. It's like closing the door.
Blaze says hello, Kim, and Trouble Shannon.
Look, why do everybody keep saying trouble? Can't they just say what's up, Shannon? No, they come out the gate trouble. Marlene, here come trouble.
Shannon, your volume is down again.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm not sure. How's that? How's that sound? How's that?
Turn it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with volume today.
Well, that's what you get when you deal with inferior products.
Okay,
Just joking, you guys. That's an inside joke.
No, she hurt my feelings.
I see.
Yeah, my feelings are hurt today, ladies and gentlemen.
See, it's still low again. I don't understand. Hold on.
I might have to come back out or something. I don't.
Hold on. Let me check on my side. Let me check.
Okay.
Because I turned off. I can't turn on YouTube. So I know what to do. I know. I knew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I turned down the volume on that, and hopefully, I don't know if they can hear the music anymore, but okay, go ahead.
Okay, how's that sound?
Yeah, that's real good.
Miss Foro says sounds all right to me. Okay. Trouble's having trouble with his mic. Hey, yeah, I'm not sure, but does it sound like
you're good?
Okay.
You're
Good.
Good.
All right.
So yeah. So I was just let me think about something that's going on because I haven't been watching the news a lot, but of course we understand that there's a war going on, over in northeastern Europe, primarily Russia and Ukraine. So I really feel bad for the people. I was talking to my husband the other night, and I wanted to know what you guys thought about this. Now, of course, I'm gonna take it from the Russian side first. I understand that there are plenty of young Russian men and women that are upset about this and that they are being drafted. And it must be a difficult thing to be drafted into something that you don't want to do, don't believe in, but that is your country, and in this case, Mother Russia. Um, how would you feel about that if whatever country that you're from, let's just say, for example, you, Shannon, from the US, and the powers that be started up some big ruckus, and then they said, well, we're gonna institute the draft, and sure, Shannon, you're number one on the list, and we want you to go over here and do what we tell you to do, and
Yeah.
and kill and kill and kill until we get what we want. How would you feel about that, and what would you do?
I wouldn't like it. I guess I would do like Muhammad Ali. They try to put didn't they try to put him in the draft him, put him in the war or whatever. So he refused to fight, I think, Muhammad Ali. So didn't they strip his title from him? For not
If I'm not mistaken, probably.
Yeah, it's like because I think he said, the people ain't never done nothing to him. So why should he go over there and fight? I believe that's if I'm not mistaken, I think he said that Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing too. Is like, yeah, it's like being drafted. It's like, my gosh, I'll be on the fence about that because why should I have to be forced to go fight somebody? If I don't want to do it, it's like, but I know it's crazy being forced to do something. Yeah, it's crazy.
Roland
It's
said,
it's
yes,
no.
that's true. And then there's some, no, nobody said anything about pizza. Okay. Zero says that Muhammad did 5 years in jail too. I did not know that.
Yeah, I knew he did. I read.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I knew he did something and they stripped his title. Yeah, so I couldn't remember everything, but yeah, because Muhammad Ali refused to he stood up, he refused to do it, go fight. So, it's like, man, maybe you never know. Some people might stand up to it, but it's like there's gonna be some on the fence about it, some who might, do it and some who won't do it. So it's like, I think it's like a mixed crowd, some gonna do it, some not gonna do it. And, some is like in between, that kind of thing. So it's,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, how would you feel if people started calling you a coward because you wouldn't go?
Well, you call me whatever they want. I know what I ain't gonna do. I still hold my ground. I don't care. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And see, it's interesting because I was talking with my husband, and he said, I asked him what side would he be on, and his answer was, if this is my country and my leadership tells me to do this, I would. He said you have two choices. He said you either follow the line and do what you're told,
Mm-hmm.
or you take out the leader.
Huh.
So he said you have to decide, in that case, which way he would go. But he's not one in his mind. When I was telling him about a PBS documentary that I saw with a much older man. He was in his late 60s, early 70s when they shot this,
Yeah.
and he was Jewish, and he had been over in Germany during the occupation, during the Holocaust. And he remembers as a little boy around 6 years old that his grandfather and his grandfather's brother. So imagine these two sets of families, okay, that
Right.
came together and they're having this meeting. And his grandfather said, it's time to go. This situation here is not looking good, and I believe in safety first.
Right.
Now, the grandfather's brother said, this is the way I've lived all my life.
Mm-hmm.
We have business here. I'm not running. I'm not letting anybody take from me what is mine. So his family decided to stay, his 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 lineage. And the other one that was on the talk show left, and they were somehow able to get to the United States. Well, the people that stayed, they were murdered. So that whole line is just gone. And I talked with my husband about that. And I said, how do you feel about that? I said, I think that for me, I would say, you know what? I'll stand as long as I can, but it's getting a little bit too hot over here. The whole entire government is against us now, and it's time to go. And my husband said he looked at that as cowardice. And he said he would stay, he would fight. Nobody's going to, push him off of anything that he owns. And so it's interesting to hear the different ways that people think because he looks at that as cowardice, and that he's going to fight regardless. And I said, well, what about your family? What about your line? And then he said, well, the same way that they're doing in a lot of cases in Ukraine now, the men are staying to fight and the women and the children are leaving. Now, of course, there are exceptions to the rule. There are some men that left, and there are women that are staying and fighting. Um, but ultimately, if one of those bombs drops on an apartment complex and everybody is killed in there, that lineage just stops. It's done. Um, and everybody has a different opinion on whether they want to stay or not. What I would say though is whatever your decision is, I don't like it when other people judge what your decision is.
Right.
So for example, my husband saw some of the men in the shelters over in Poland, and other places, and he was like, look at them cowards, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, um, they should be there fighting, And then I saw some women that stayed and they were fighting. So whatever the case, I'm like, you have to do what you think is best for you.
Yeah.
I know that when you are enlisted into the military, that if you do not do what you're told, that that's considered really, really bad, and that if you're a deserter, you can actually be shot. If you're out, you
Mm-hmm.
know, on the field and you're engaged and things like that. So it's interesting. I
Yeah.
mean, you go ahead and talk, Shannon. I'm just gonna check the chat.
Yeah, that's interesting. Interesting, like you were saying, but it's like and my thing too is like it's like um, it's like how well has the country and like some people like how well has you feel like your country has treated you over time. I mean, do you like if you felt like you're being treated fairly? I mean, treated nice. I mean, would you like if some people feel like they've been treated nicely? They probably I mean, they feel like they would do it, but like, or do you feel like your country has been doing you wrong over the years and you don't feel it in your heart to go out and do that, go fight for the country? I mean, for, in that instance, it's
Right,
like,
right. I see. So in the chat it says, Oh, Julian says, I know nobody didn't say P. That's my way of saying hello to Sarah Kim. Hello. Gotcha. Okay. And Miss Full says, in other words, it's courageous to stand up for what is right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zero. When Gen X fully develops, good luck making them fight anywhere. Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Glad you are doing your thing tonight, Sarah. Zero. I don't even know why we're made to care about this war, honestly. Neither side would care about us if we were in trouble. You mean as far as the Ukraine caring about the U.S.? Well, Russia is not. Well, I put it like this: the leadership in Russia. People care about people.
Yeah.
But I hear you on that. There, yeah. Ukraine would probably look at it as if, well, the U.S. is already a superpower, so we can't help them.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see. Gen Y, you mean zero. Gen X, youngest were born 1980, and thus too old for that. But you know what, Miss? True, true. But you know what, Miss Full Roller? Depending on how bad anything gets, that shoot, they'll accept me. They'll be like, come on over here, we'll accept me. Like, really?
Yeah.
Really? You know? Mm.
I'm saying they.
Go ahead, Shannon.
I'm just saying, if they got fat back sandwiches and grits, we can work out something. Hey, get me a lifetime supply of grits and chitlins. No,
I don't know if they have that at the mess hall, but
well, look, if they ain't got that, hey, I ain't doing nothing.
you gonna what they call it, unenlist? What you gonna do?
I sure will. If you can't meet my little demands, because I like chitlins, grilled cheese, Bojangles, Bowberries. Let me get a 2-piece and
That's what they need to provide for you to fight, right? Gotcha.
I want a lifetime supply for free. Wherever I go, lifetime parking wherever I go. I want free cable forever. Let me get oh yeah, I have so many demands. What's that movie? Nicolas Cage, Con Air. They made all those demands, remember?
I remember that.
I don't want to ever have to pay taxes ever again in my life if I'm going to do this fight.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to hit them hard. Yeah.
Okay. Muslim Roller says that she's the first wave Gen X.
Yeah.
And then Zero comes back and says, I meant Gen Z. Okay, so it's like we XYZs, we all over the place. Glad. Let's see. But Gen Y too, Miss Falola for the most part too. Yeah. True that. True. Miss Falola say true that.
True that. True that.
Let's see. You mean people care about their own web savvy and not everybody? I mean that I care about what is happening there. I know that I can't help it situation, but I do pray. So, I'm just hoping that, in everything that you see, especially when they show you the children, it just hurts my heart. It's just like these people, it's not fair. But I don't even know because I don't watch the news anymore. I mean, sometimes I watch the world news, but a very short period of time. Or I might watch Bill Maher.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's still going on, if anything still going on in Syria, because the news cycle, they jump from one thing to the next. So I feel bad for anybody who's in a bad situation like that and trying to get out. Just like when I saw those people that were on the wings of the plane that was trying to take off in Afghanistan. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just it just really gets bad. Miss Florose says, trust Shannon, you don't want to go into the military. That's what my father said. He was just like, He says the worst mistake he made. But then I know people who retired and they did very well. So, it just all depends.
Yeah.
That's not how the world is.
Mm-hmm.
How is the world not?
How's the world now?
No, I'm just
Oh,
commenting on what Zero said. That's not how the world is. The U.S. probably invaded Syria by now. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I was just curious,
yeah.
about how people felt about that because ultimately you may have to make decisions like that, and I can't imagine. I mean, well, I guess it was the same way with Vietnam. There were people who were taken in through the draft that more than likely did not believe in what they were doing. And they did it anyway, because if they didn't, you know,
Yeah.
they suffer the consequences.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It's kind of like on Game of Thrones. Shannon, remember when
Mm.
I think it was the Tarleys. Remember when they decided at first they was going to be with Danny, and then I think they changed their mind. I think that other family helped them to change their mind, and then they got burned up by the dragon breath. Remember?
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she gave them a chance to come over on her side, and they were just like,
Oh,
I
did
think
that?
the son wanted to, but the father was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, Dracarys.
Oh, Daenerys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Andy Dracarys, they butt.
was it at the end, the last season? Oh no, wait,
I
it
can't
wasn't.
remember what season it was in. It was either the season before. I
Mm-hmm.
think no, it wasn't the last season. If I remember right, it was during that time that Daenerys was getting her groove on, and they was fighting these people, and
Yeah.
the Tarleys showed up there, and the Tarleys, one of his sons was the one who went to go study, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, at
but
the
his
library.
right, but
Yeah.
his
Okay.
brother and his father, they were Dracarys.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna stand there
Mm-hmm.
and go against you, and you gonna burn me alive. No, 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 I don't think so. Let's see, when did they retire, and what were they in during wartime? When did they retire, and were they? Oh, okay. Um, One man I'm thinking about, a friend of mine, he was a Marine, and he is, I want to say, maybe 60 years old. So I don't know if he actually saw, anything where he was, the Marines are the first to go in, right? So I don't know. I have to ask him. But he's very comfortable because he retired from the military. Plus, yeah, I think he was working for the DEA, so very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where everyone cares about everyone. It's nice, okay, to have, but for most part, that's not always the case. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna always find some people that don't give a damn. You know, it's just like whatever, whatever. Um, I'm just built that way. Well, I care. Um, I even get to the point where I know that there's some people that they can be so wicked, and it makes me wonder now, what type of childhood did they have? What kind of experiences? What were they exposed to get them to be the way they are?
Yeah.
Not justifying what they do because they had a bad experience, but it just makes me wonder. And I do empathize.
Hey, Miss Full Roller wants the link.
Oh, okay, babe.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So let's see. Zero. I heard that black soldiers that were captured were and released and told to go back home. This isn't your war. Okay, in Afghanistan. I mean, not Afghanistan. It's in Ukraine. That's interesting. Yeah, yeah, and I've heard that in some other cases too.
Uh,
She lanking out.
uh.
Zero, you're welcome to come up too. I think I said that before, but just in case you didn't hear me.
I hear the backstage. Boop.
Hey, hon.
Hey,
What's up, Miss Rolling?
How are you today?
I'm good. How are y'all doing? Uh-oh. Whoops.
All right.
Hold
All
on.
is well. I'm good. I'm good. Want to have some fun with you all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in Vietnam with okay. Uh yeah, yeah. And matter of fact, that's what one of my older cousins told me, and he was in Vietnam, and that's where I remember hearing it from. Thanks, Zero. All right. Well, what's going on today, sis?
Not much, not much.
Are you starting to get your ground ready for gardening season?
Actually, no, I haven't done anything.
So, say what?
Yeah, I have not done anything.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Trying to figure out, I don't know. I may not do anything this year. I don't know. I will see.
Ah, yeah.
My husband started on his today. That's why I asked you.
Okay.
And he was just out there. He was saying, "I gotta rake leaves, and I gotta put some dirt out, and I got to turn the soil." And I was just like, "You go ahead."
I just ain't been
In the
in
mood.
the right headspace, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
You know. Um, But yeah, the reason I had asked that question, as far as you saying the person that had retired, it sounds like he is pro. You know, I guess you say pro going to fight. I'm just gonna
Mhm.
I'm
Oh, I
just gonna
got you. I got you.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say it that way, and that's the reason I asked that, because if and you said he was 60, so it sounds like he could have went to Vietnam, or he might have just skated by.
Hmm.
And if he didn't go to Desert Storm, and if he didn't go to, the one that's still really going on in Afghanistan and all of that, that's a different retirement than those who actually seen war.
Yeah. 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 Because the cousin I was talking about, I didn't know because he's much older than I am. I didn't really know what he was like before he went.
Hmm.
But my older cousins, they were just like, "Oh, he's not the same." It was just like, he was just a different person.
Oh yeah,
You know.
war. I mean, that's the thing with these folks that are so you know rah rah rah. Most of the time, they're the ones who are always saying all that crap. Ain't put strung up no boots. Ain't been to nobody's basic training. Ain't been in nobody's military.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And darn sure ain't been in nobody's war.
Right.
How
Right.
you going to
Right.
expect somebody to go into this type of situation and come back the same way that they was?
Right.
Right.
And then you treat them like crap when they come back.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's just the worst thing. I'm like, how could you do that? These people protected this country, and this is how you treat them.
I mean, they'll say, okay, it's your duty and all this and that and other, and then say, well, you did this and that, but you sent them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
And
So.
then, like I said, a lot of time they forget about them when and see these wars now are different than the wars in the past, because of the injuries that are sustained, the injuries that a lot of these soldiers are coming back with. And I'm getting real here. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
your your thing might be yellow coin, because I'm getting ready to spill some truth here, because I'm
Okay.
ex-military. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
um these soldiers are coming back here with injuries that in wars past they would have came back in the box. They're
Mm.
maimed. They're maimed for life,
Mm.
and having to fight to get the treatment and stuff that they need.
Yeah, at the Veterans Administration. Like
And of course, funds are being cut there. We want to raw. We support the military, but when it comes to the dollars and the actual support,
yeah.
putting your money where your mouth is, and not just bumping your gums.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can't afford to do that. The VA is terribly underfunded with all these soldiers coming back with these type of injuries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Where it's physical, mental, uh, you know, psychological, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones who want to talk all that stuff, hey, take your behind over there. There's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty of, what do you call them? Surplus stores. Strap you some boots on, hop on a plane,
Yeah,
and go
yeah,
on over there
yeah.
then.
Lace them
Like I
up.
said, the main ones to be talking all that crap ain't
Yeah.
served today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And again, there we go with being so judgmental and you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. Because baby, they ain't gonna put out there and show you the real deal. They
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you what they want to tell you to get you in there. Once they got you, remember what I told you? What U.S. Army, what we used to
Mm-hmm.
call that acronym for that. Uncle Sam ain't released me yet. I'm sure the Marines.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure the Marines got their own. I'm sure the Air Force got their own. I'm sure the Navy
Welcome,
got their own.
Yeah.
cards in the car. We have a new visitor. Welcome, and they agree with you. Mm-hmm. They say they have an uncle who's 100% disabled, and agree with everything that you're saying.
I
Mm-hmm.
had to. I'm living next to two. My husband is a vet. I'm a vet, and I live next to two. I live next door to two vets
Oh man.
of the Afghanistan war.
Oh,
So
okay.
I know what I'm talking. I ain't bumping my gums,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. And I was in during the. Unfortunately, I didn't have to go actual. I was in the zone,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have to actually see that type of action.
Okay, got you.
But I
Yeah.
was working, was near a military hospital, because that was part of my job, was to supply medical
Okay.
supply.
Okay.
So we did see,
Was it kind of like
um
MASH, like what we see on TV, or nothing like
not quite, yeah, not quite, thank goodness.
that?
But we did see a few soldiers have to come in, because it was a joint military effort, so it was all branches,
Okay.
um and other military of other countries.
Right.
And we did see soldiers come into the hospital as a result of stepping on mines.
Oh,
Mines that were
yeah.
buried,
Yeah. Yeah.
unexploded, or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I say, people talk all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know
Cards in my car with our Posada says, "Thank you for your service."
Thank you, thank you.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I never knew how to really express myself and say that, because when wars were going on that we were aware of, and I would meet someone who was either active or a veteran, and I would hear people say, "Thank you for your service, thank you for your service." You know what I would say? I would say, "Oh, I'm glad you made it back." You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and some people might get a toot about that because they feel like, well, I wish I
uh,
was still there, and I wanted to, finish doing what I do. But
yeah,
then some understand me because I'm like, oh, I'm glad you made it, because I have no idea what you went through, but I
yeah.
can imagine. I can only imagine from what I've
Yes.
seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that, that type of that type of thing, definitely has had some guardian angels.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have very well been, even though I still was in the what was declared, still the war zone,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't nowhere near any of that type of action.
Right.
But like I said, my husband knows of people because he was drafted into
Mm.
Vietnam,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he also had some guardian angels, because he said some of the people that he knew of, that were also drafted with him. He said they came back and they never was the same again.
Yeah.
They just wasn't right. They wasn't right in the head no more.
Yeah.
And I mean, how can you expect anybody to be
Yeah.
right in the head when you done seen that, when you got bullets flying over your head, you got artillery dropping by you,
Yeah.
you got bombs dropping by you,
Real
Right. Right.
you
Right.
seeing your buddy's head blown off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he came back and he would talk about it sometimes, but he really didn't want to talk about it, of course.
Yeah.
And then I had another cousin whose husband was there in Vietnam, and he was actually out there, walking through the rivers and and all of that. And he was telling us how you had to put rubber bands or tight scarves around your pants leg and put it over your boots because there was so many huge like insects, millipedes, and just
Mm-hmm.
all kind of stuff that, and you
Mm-hmm.
had to lay down in that muck and mire and
Mm-hmm.
oh
While you got bullets and stuff flying over your head.
yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah, and that it was so important to keep your feet dry, and they were
Mm-hmm.
constantly getting wet because it was raining all the time, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
woo! And he said, he seen somebody, one of his buddies, get killed, like you said, right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he was the only one out of three that I knew that kind of he didn't. If he was affected, I'm sure he was. It wasn't to the extent that the other two were,
Mm-hmm.
but I always told him that he was crazy because he was still living in the '70s. Like he just passed a couple years back, and he was still had on his boot like Prince wear with the heel on it, and
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay.
and he still was had his hair processed. He grew his hair long and then had it curled up. I said, dude, you living
Mm-hmm.
in the '70s. You didn't come out
Mhm.
that time war. And he
Yeah.
would laugh,
Yeah.
and he always wore his leather jacket. He was down. He was down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
you wouldn't know. There's quite a few with you know, military folks around here, and you can kind of tell some of the ones who had actually seen the action. Now you wouldn't be able to tell. Most folks don't even know that my husband is a Vietnam vet, and it was a long time before he even told me. We had
Mm-hmm.
been together for a number of years before he told me
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
he was a Vietnam vet.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, I can
I
only.
said,
I used to say I can only imagine. I cannot imagine.
I can't even, like I say, even uh and me, I'm was in the military, and I still can't imagine what he went through. The area, because he was military. I can't imagine being in there because I remember the effect that just basic training had on me.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do, because you have to do an exercise, where you kind of, it's like a sort of like a simulated war thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they're shooting tracers over your head. Now they're way over your head,
But
but
yeah.
still it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm. And
And
you see
if
that light. Yeah.
yeah, and it feel like if you stand up, you might
It's
be
it's
missing
you
your
done.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, if Vietnam was anything close to this, I
Yeah.
mm-mm.
That's the reason when I first saw that movie, and I know it was only a movie, Platoon,
Yes, I
and that
couldn't watch it.
and that young man was crying. He he realized, and he wrote his grandmother. He said, "This is the worst thing I've ever done."
Mhm.
He was so afraid, and they put him in there on the front, line with those men who were seasoned, and they wasn't really trying to. They had too much to worry about than trying to worry about taking care of him. And oh
Mhm.
my God, I just felt so bad for him. I just like,
Mhm.
oh my God, and some people, it's like, okay, I know this one guy I used to work with, and he was he joined the sheriff's department, and he always just liked to see action and be rough and tumble. Well, he went on ahead and he joined up with the military, and I was like, "What you do that for?" And he was just like, "I don't do that. This is too boring. I got to do something." I said, "Couldn't you
Oh
have
yeah.
went to be a firefighter or be a police officer? Did you have to join up for the military?" But that was who he was.
Mhm. Mhm. It is. Yeah. Some people are like that.
Hmm. Now I remember one of my first jobs. I was a civilian with the Air Force, and they had this program where you could. They wanted to try to get you to enlist, so they want you to just go to officer school and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And they said that if you do boot camp just to see what it's like, they said when you get out, we'll automatically give you an increase in pay. You go up another grade.
Right.
So I did it, and man, I just remember that I didn't like being told what to do.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I remember just what they would do is try to pull you back more and more on your sleep. And see, I like my sleep,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they was coming in there earlier and earlier, waking me. So I was trying to go to bed earlier and earlier, telling everybody, "Shut up, cut the light off." I'm putting
Mhm.
my earplugs in and everything because I don't know when they coming in, and then here they come. I'm like, oh my God.
Mhm.
And but I remember the most fun I had was in the weapons training,
Yeah.
and and then learning how to do what was that called? Oh, I liked land navigation
Mhm. Mhm.
because I just thought, oh, how cool is this to have a topographical map, a compass, a ruler, and a pencil, and you
Yeah.
can get from one place to the next. I love
Yeah.
that.
I did too. It took me a while to actually get it, but once I got it and understood my little idiosyncrasy, I had no problem with it after that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. That was really really cool.
Mhm.
But I didn't end up joining. I just was
Yeah.
like, because it was too much. You know, listening to what somebody else say do, and
Yep, it is. It very much is. That's why I said that when that was the biggest reason why I said that to Shannon earlier. That's that you trust that you don't want to go in the military
Yeah.
because that's what it is until you figure out because it really is they're trying to break you down psychologically. Now once you get that, it's not that much of an issue.
right, it's like pledging.
Yeah, it almost becomes like a
Mhm.
game. Well, at least that's the way I did it to get through. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Um,
and thank God that you made it through because I always hear about so many terrible things like women getting raped and abused and just all kinds of stuff, and you don't expect that. Oh,
yeah. No,
that's
it can happen. I haven't heard, fortunately, any within my circle, the units that I was in, um, we were pretty protective of each other. So I don't think, that didn't happen because if any of us would have found out about it, it wouldn't have been. wouldn't have been nice for the party,
Mhm.
that had done that.
Right.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I'd never had that much of an issue. Well, or actually no issue. I did have a guy try to come on to me, but that was
Mhm.
supposed to be a mutual friend. And I
Mhm.
was
Oh.
like, a friend of mine and my ex-husband. And I'm like, dude, no. I don't know what made you think that, you know, that I was even that type for you to come on, but even
Right.
try that.
Right.
But no, don't do that.
Right. And
Don't do
then
that.
and then one of your ex husband, I mean, one of your husband's friends or ex husband's friends,
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa.
Yeah, it actually was a mutual friend. And in our unit. It was,
Mhm.
we was
Oh.
all in the same unit. And
Oh
I
wow.
think he got the message because he never did try it again.
No, you embarrassed him. Hmm.
Well, I wasn't like I am now. The person that you know of now was not then. If I was then, yeah, I would have embarrassed him. I just basically avoided him, but I think maybe the expression on my face must have said, "Don't try it no more."
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that I've always had. Once you push me to that point, I won't say anything, but I'm looking at you like, don't try me.
Right.
But yeah, fortunately I did not have that, but it was shocking to hear once I got out that a lot of that was going on, uh, in 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 the military because even all the way even in basic, um, my drill sergeants were extreme, even though they was hard as heck on us. Because it was of course all female. They were extremely protective of us.
Good. Good. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it's interesting to see, what's going on in the news and hear other people's point of view on what's happening. So yeah, I thought about that, and I
Yeah,
do. My heart goes out to people, not just there, but people all over the world that are in some kind of conflict. Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
I just don't understand.
Oh, Shannon, kind of is was wondering about your door prize.
Yeah, I didn't get nothing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, I didn't get nothing.
You
There it is.
notice it. You notice ignoring that. I know that you were taught to be grateful for when somebody give you a gift.
Um, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, something wrong with your
She
microphone or
say he hope you enjoying your prize.
That ain't right. See that? I just, I don't
Told you
know.
that's I'm invoking big sister privileges.
You know.
Any chance I get.
Yeah, I see that. The door is open. That's where I'm coming through. Mhm,
What
mhm.
was you getting ready to
But
say,
yeah,
Miss Flora?
I just don't understand the need for. I just don't understand the need for all of this conflict. I just don't get it. And while I don't like what's going on over there, but that's been going on for 40 some years,
Mm.
50 years in that same region. And for them to treat the our African brothers and sisters the way that they've treated them, I kind of feel a little, you know, some kind of way about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little salty. Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, definitely salt.
Hmm.
Salt. What is it? Salt and vinegar.
Mhm.
I like those potato chips, but I don't,
Oh,
I
I
don't like it
love
when
them.
I feel that way.
I love them chips. They're one of my favorites.
But
Mm.
I hear you. I hear where you're coming from.
So, mm,
I hear exactly where you're coming from.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's are they talking about? I haven't watched the news because I guess I don't. I kind of have watched the news, but I haven't watched the news in the last. Oh, probably. I think I turned it off Thursday because I was kind of all upset. My husband was like, "You need to turn that stuff off."
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
so are they talking about sending U.S. troops?
See, I haven't been listening either for that same reason. But I do know the last thing I heard, which was about 2 days ago, was that the Congress and the president had agreed to send like $8 million, I think, in weapons and training and stuff like that. So they have like
Yeah.
surface to air missiles now, and the training, and they've been fighting.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I take that back. I knew what it was. Now I remember. I did see, and that's what had kind of got me upset. And that's when he said, you need to turn it off. Um, there are sending. There's a couple of units. I forgot what state they're out of. That are going, but they're supposed to be going as just support, and
Mm.
they're not going to be going into Ukraine. They're going to be going into the surrounding
Okay, so that
countries.
must be the support for the training, or
I
just support in general for like whatever they
they were
need for fighting.
I'm not really sure because they were interviewing, a few of the soldiers that were, getting ready to board the plane to go. So they didn't, I don't even think they knew exactly what they were going to be doing. And they did not mention it in the newscast. And it was only the little clip that I saw was only like 2.5 minutes, if that. So
Okay.
no, they didn't get into nothing at all.
Okay. All right. All right. Mm. All right. So what else is going on? Cause that was on my mind a little bit, but and it's like what can you say? And I'm trying not to be involved in it too much because I will get angry and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll get sad and it's like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
kind of say you get an orange watch.
Oh, not an orange watch.
I
That's
told
gonna
I
be a
like
red watch.
oranges.
I see that you like oranges, so you'll get an orange watch.
I like big oranges, and I cannot lie.
Oh my god. I love that. When I saw what was that Shrek, and
Oh God.
Donkey was singing it, and because it's like I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
Oh
Donkey fell in love with the dragon, and so when he said that, the female dragon turned around and she had her big butt.
yeah, she was almost like she was twerking. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. I remember that. That was cute. But that song,
Hmm.
mm, I was overseas during that time.
uh,
That song, they played that song to death. I was
Oh yeah.
like, and one of our I had changed bases because they were closing the base down that that I was on. So I had moved to another base, and of course, like I said, they were playing that song in the barracks every day. I mean, every day, 900 times a day. And then finally, the highest ranking NCO moved out. That left me as the top NCO. I mean, I was in charge of the barracks.
Hmm.
I told him, I said, I love y'all. But if y'all play that song one more time, somebody gonna be setting up a pup tent outside. I got so tired of hearing that song. 'Cause like I say, it was every day.
Oh.
And I mean not just once. It was several times. It was like they almost was coordinating. When one person finished playing, the next person start. When they finished playing, the next person start. I'm
Ah.
like, if y'all play that song, if you gonna play it, you better put some earphones in. Cause if I hear it, you gonna be setting up a pup tent.
Shannon kind of found you an orange watch.
The
I
orange
still, you
one.
got an orange and a white.
That's right. I'm big time now. That's right.
Yes, you are.
Can't touch me. Mm-mm.
Can't touch this.
Mm-mm.
Touched.
Mm.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. I'm the Gallagher champ. Uh-huh.
Oh, you know, he had to slip that in, right?
Delusional.
Oh, hey,
Done
hey,
it. Done
how
it.
about this one? Instead of well, hey, that probably would this one would probably be applicable as well. Delirious. Yep. Delusional and delirious.
That's right.
All right, so let's get on something else, you guys. Check this out. I let me see if I can find a picture of it. Um, I think I told you guys that I've been watching this show called Outlander. Did I tell you guys?
Hmm. Yeah, you did mention it.
Okay, I want to show you.
Uh-oh,
But
hold on.
I wanna look at the different shows and things like that to catch my attention when I'm just not interested in what's going on. I wanted to show you the. I can't find a good enough picture. This is from a while back. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Here's one. Here's
Oh,
one.
I know what I could do.
Okay, so I'll just show you
That over
guys this.
there.
Uh, Share, and I want to share the screen, and I want to share this. Uh,
I need to find that
it
song
say
again.
no. Well, anyway, it just said no. I don't think so.
But it's like, oh no, no, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Man, I don't know why I didn't like that. That's
It's
why.
a it's a
Oh.
no ma'am.
No man.
okay, here we go. Finally, I was like, what is going on?
Well, you
What you
have a
do?
window.
Okay, so here we go.
Did you hear what he just said?
Oh, it was something.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see if I can find one.
You heard it.
Yeah, you know I told you I might be old, but my hearing is still pretty good.
I heard him saying something under his breath. I figured it was something insane.
Look what I put in the chat. That's what he said.
Okay.
I didn't say. I did not say nothing. I gave me nothing.
Uh-huh.
What's that equal sign?
No,
Oh, I know what it is.
No, that's equal sign.
No, that ain't no equal sign. It's two
That's
of
why I
them.
kind of said this is for me. He's showing that metal and he's giving you some toilet paper.
Not the toilet paper.
So yeah, I love this show right
Oh, wait a
here.
minute, I gotta put it over here where I can see it. Okay, there we go.
Outlander.
Ooh,
This area. Now, this man is Scottish, and this woman at the beginning went on a honeymoon with her husband, and she went and she touched this huge rock, and the rock transported her back in time, and this is how she met him.
mm-hmm.
I mean, and you talking about they have an on-screen this tension between them. They have such chemistry that it is ridiculous.
Does it compare to the chemistry that
Lady
uh
Gaga,
no Olivia Pope and on Scandal, Olivia and Fitz?
I think it's better, and I love
What?
Scandal. Hmm.
Oh, I might have to watch it then.
And I think it's all of the previous seasons, I think, are on Netflix. I think.
Oh, really? Okay. I'd have to renew my Netflix because I got rid of it.
And you might be able to find it on YouTube or Vimeo or Daily Motion. A lot of
So
different places.
this
I'll,
is a current show.
It's
Oh, okay.
in the what season is it in now?
Hey, James.
Hey James, thank you for the thumbs up. That's what we do, me and James. I run to his thumbs up. You run to mine thumbs up. But yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one. Um, Now let me show you guys something that I was just like. Let me see if I can remember what the name of it was. It was on
Shoot.
Netflix.
I might wait until they get done and because it is nice. Even though I kind of wish that I had known about Scandal because I did not know about Scandal until I think they were on the next to last season of the last season, season 7. Um,
Oh, okay.
but it's kind of at first I was like, darn, I wish I had known about it. But it's kind of nice being able to because I done got all the DVDs. So it's been nice to be able to um when I feel like it, binge watch them. Because I
Okay.
have there's been a few weekends where I have stayed. I put it on Friday evening. I done watched it all Friday evening. I stayed up all night.
Well, this one is about 6 seasons. So,
Ooh, I wonder how
just to
many
let
more they gonna have.
you know. But I was trying to find this one on Netflix.
But that
That
means
was
I might
really
be able to
good.
find the earlier ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Let's see what else. Oh, this one was good. What's it called? King of Harlem.
He might be sleep Connor.
Well, I did want a photo. What kind of mess? Well, I guess I'll have to do it this way.
Okay, I'm back. No, I wasn't quiet. God, there ain't nobody scared of you. Oh, boy.
Godfather.
Oh, where Gracie at?
She downstairs.
I didn't even know you was gonna tell you the truth.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Connor says, okay, Mr. Know Everything. If you want to have a Mario Kart battle, tell me when. Oh, challenge because you're going down, although it's midnight in the UK, but
I
still.
feel bad for Connor. I can't make you look bad in front of your country.
Challenge.
Okay, now this one is the Godfather of Harlem. This is good with my man Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, I like Forrest Whitaker.
I do too. I do like him.
Really, really good. Really good. And it's based off of a real life person.
That's what I was about to ask. Because just kind of looking from the background of the picture, it kind of said to me that this must either based on because I didn't know this until I think Kerry Washington pointed it out. There's a difference between based on a true story and inspired by a true
Mm-hmm.
story.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured it was one of the two,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
looking based on that picture, the
Mm-hmm.
background.
So this person was a real person, and I was intrigued. I did like you said. I
Hmm.
binged it. So that was good.
So this was a series and not a movie.
Yes, series,
Oh, ooh,
series.
ooh. I would
Outlander
like
is
to
a
look at
series.
this one. Okay.
Okay, and then
Godfather of
let's see
Harlem.
what else. What else? What else?
I'd like to watch that.
Of course, we all know. I'm gonna bring up me and Shannon's favorite.
House of Dragons. House of
Oh,
Dragons.
no, I can't.
Game of
No,
Thrones.
House of Dragons not out yet, so I can't talk about them. But
Enter
for the people who
Outlander.
haven't seen, uh,
Game
Game of Thrones. I'm gonna have. You say I'm gonna have to go in about 15 minutes, you guys.
Okay.
I just realized that I had an appointment.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Game of Thrones, of course, that was me and Shannon, one of our favorites, and this chick right here was my favorite out of all of them because she was the evilest, wickedest thing on there.
Mm-hmm.
What would draw you to her?
So what drew me
What
to
was the
her
draw? Yes, what was the draw?
was that I, every time I saw it, she left my mouth wide open. I was like, God, dog, you know. And it's not
Oh,
that I liked her; it's just that I was just like,
okay, okay, okay.
you know. Her name was Cersei,
Mm-hmm.
and then this man right here is her one of her brothers,
Yeah.
and this was her other brother, and she wanted him dead from the time he was born because he was a midget, and the his birth actually caused his mother's death.
Uh,
Oh,
So she never liked him. Now their brother always looked after him. Okay,
okay.
but the sister and the brother, they had a mad love affair.
yeah.
So
Ooh.
their family was something else.
Yeah.
Okay. This boy right here was mad evil. And by the way, he was her firstborn. And this is his father,
Yeah.
the brother.
Mm,
Interesting, very interesting. Uh,
that's mm,
don't let that
that's a
throw you
whole
out.
nother conversation. No. I'm just saying that's a whole nother conversation. We don't have time for that one. No.
Now,
Mm,
this is Daenerys, or we call her Danny lovingly. And she had a hard time in her childhood and young adulthood, but she is the owner of 3 dragons.
oh,
Hmm. Hmm.
Dragon Lady.
Yep. And she fell in love with this man after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Fire breathing dragons?
oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And her code word for them to set you ablaze was Dracarys.
mhm.
Dracarys. Ooh.
Mhm.
Boy, I could
That
cook.
made light your fire, but not in a nice way, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Dracarys.
Now this lady right here, this young lady, I could not stand her. What about you, Shannon?
Which is it not Cersei.
Sansa.
The
The
fourth
sister, yeah, she
one.
was weak in the beginning. I told me and Jennifer used to watch. I said, Jennifer, she's weak. It's like the way she came off. She didn't.
Why you
Her
call her
younger,
weak?
her little sister was more braver than her and courageous. She actually ventured out and stuff.
This
But
is her
finally,
baby sister right here.
yeah. But later on, I think getting towards I don't know, the middle somewhere, it seemed like they started making her stronger. She actually started standing up. But in the beginning, it just seemed like she just they made the character weak. She was just too scared to fight or whatever. She was
Mhm.
all timid and stuff.
Well, see,
Did
I
they give a
never.
backstory as to why?
Mm,
No, she just was like that. But I don't look at her as weak, Shannon. I look at her as she was selfish and she wanted what she wanted, and so that's why she didn't choose to fight. She was kind of scary though at one point. You're right. You know, because one time her little sister had hemmed her up with a knife, and she was looking all scared and everything. Her little sister was like, "I'll eat you alive," you know. But yeah. But see, she wanted what she wanted, and so she married this crazy lunatic right here.
Oh yeah, Joffrey.
Yeah, he even just from that little picture, he looked like elevator don't quite go all the way to the top.
Yeah, look at his head. Yeah.
Yeah. And so she got a lot of what she deserved because she let him and his mother talk her into writing a letter that ended up getting her father executed.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh
Let me
my
see. I missed it
God.
kind of. He said, I'm moving till you lose your shit. As a matter of fact, I'm leaving your tea. Oh,
Traitor. You know, I'm gonna start instead of Game of Thrones. I'm gonna start the Shame of Thrones. I'm gonna throw Connor on there, Marlene, Web Savvy on there. That's right, the Shame of
me
Thrones.
too. Wait, get off my channel.
You right on there.
Don't forget now, Shannon. She got control of the boot button.
Yeah, well, that's where it's gonna have to be. It's still going to.
How about that? Kill switch.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. Now here's the House of Dragon. And I can't wait for it to release because I am doing a watching chat on the House of Dragon. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. And here's the book. I can't remember how many books there are, but there we go. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, it'd be perfect for a grill. Still a grill, a grill right on the spot. I can cook all my food so quick. You know how many
Yeah.
steaks I can cook at a time using him?
Hmm.
Boy, I have a good time.
Yeah, you definitely got your stove right now.
Shannon, do you have any shows that you want to put up here?
Well, the Moon Knight supposed to be. I gotta see what day the Moon Knight gonna start because I want to do a watching chat with that for the Disney Plus show.
Well, why don't you go ahead and I'll let you share and you can show it.
The Moon Knight. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Shame of Thrones is gonna be on first.
Shame of Thrones.
That's right. I'm putting everybody on.
Shannon.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
What-
That's a
like
good
we-
one right there, though.
Yeah, I'm
Like they
gonna
used to say
I
back
would
in the
love
day.
to
Watch
be
it now.
on your show.
watch it now. Watch it. I'm gonna do something in Photoshop and put it together. Put my it's gonna be good too. Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to wear your Apple Watch now that you won.
Oh God, not the Apple Watch.
Moon Knight. Let me see. Oh, here it is. I found it.
I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna get me an Apple Watch. Yeah.
Granny Smith Apple. So see that's Kim's deep down inside. She's in the closet Apple lover, so she's fighting the feeling. She don't want to.
I don't want to succumb to it, huh?
Up there, she fights it every night. She wakes up in cold sweats about it. Then she's fighting that feeling. But she gonna come out. You'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll be there. Welcome with open arms. Come on in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's the reason you
Okay.
can't find the photo to show us. Come on.
Look, I got it right here. Let me do a screen.
You okay, Miss
Oh my goodness, y'all, and this Apple. Mm.
I know. See, it's so much love for Apple. Here it is. The Moon
I'm
Knight.
trying to figure out, your
Oh shoot, Shannon, that looked like you after a bad night. Hey, what's going on?
Damn.
See, that's why she's going on the Shame of the
That was some. Oh, let me see.
Okay, blow it up, Shannon. Blow it up.
Okay, let me go full screen. Well, see if I can zoom in. Let me click on
I
it.
still had that one open.
Moon Knight. Let me go to there it is. That's what he looks like. Let me make it bigger. But yeah, the Moon Knight, he's a Marvel character. I don't know if you can see it. Is it any bigger? But him, the guy who playing Moon Knight is the same one who's right here, Poe Dameron. He was in Star Wars. He played Apocalypse in the X-Men movie. The actor, he's really good. He's a good actor. So I think he's a good pick to play Moon Knight for the Disney Series Plus. It starts March 30th. Let me see if I can blow it. There it is. That's more of a like a picture right there for the Disney Plus show, Moon Knight. Yeah, Moon Knight's a really good character because I first started coming across him like back in like the mid 2000s because I played with him on the video game, and I like playing him as a character, playable character, and it's just really cool. Like his powers and stuff, like his instead of a boomerang, he has like a half crescent moon he throws and stuff. His powers are really cool, Moon Knight. So he's like the chosen one to become Moon Knight. But yeah, he's a good character.
Okay, and he's a Marvel character.
Yeah, he's a Marvel character, Moon Knight. Oh yeah, man, this is what me and Patrick can't wait for Disney Plus to come out. So it starts March 30th.
And I bet you at 3 a.m. in the morning Eastern.
You know it.
No, see, Mr. Roller, I tried to hang with them, but that was just, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough.
She was snoring everything.
I was not snoring.
You did too. I'd go find it. I'm gonna get a sound bite.
I the one where you was snoring.
I didn't do. I never snore. I didn't.
You was snoring.
Don't let me go back. I got receipts.
Look, I've never.
You were snoring, Shannon. I was there for that one.
I know how.
I remember that.
I did not.
You were snoring.
Yeah,
it was on her. It was on her live.
Yeah.
When was this?
Yeah.
A while back or something?
Last year.
Yeah.
Look, I was good to go. Look.
No, yeah, you were good to go. All right, like I said, you were watching that movie that was going on behind them eyelids.
Yeah. And that time when Gracie slapped him off the desk, and you heard all that stuff falling and everything, and he was like, Shannon. And then he came back. Oh, hey, I'm okay. I was here. Like, what?
I was not sleep. I was watching 5 Heartbeats that day.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, what else, Shannon? Moon Knight. What else?
I think right now, Moon Knight. I might actually go and backtrack and maybe try to go do a watching chat on Hawkeye for the Disney Plus series as well. Hawkeye, he's from the Avengers.
Now
Hawkeye.
that I could do.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Look, my husband just say that sucked. Did you watch it?
Hey, old guy shooting bow and arrows.
My God,
He got some feelings on it.
Bow and arrows.
He got some feelings behind that.
I'm taking my arrows and going home. Bye. I gotta take that.
Oh, shoot. Now I did watch the first episode, and then I didn't get back around to it because it was a little slow to me. But I'll watch it if you do it. Then watching chat.
Yeah, I'm ready to go hard on watching chats to pick back up.
When you watch that, you're gonna get your sleep in.
Oh God!
Quiet.
That's cold. That's cold-blooded. My dog. Hey, look, I need to get on off the pound. I'm offended right now.
Wait a minute, I missed that. Repeat that. Tell her to repeat that.
He said, "Okay, repeat it." She missed it.
I said, if you watch that, you gonna get your sleep in.
Oh my God.
My dog.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay. What else should we be watching, or have already watched, or will or should watch?
I think he just made the Shame of Thrones too.
Just put down the Grill Master.
Yeah, he just made the cut too.
Oh my God.
The Grill Master.
The whole thing too. I said, oh,
Did you watch all of it?
Yeah, I watched all of that. I regretted it too.
Oh. Okay. One person.
I take it he didn't like it. Okay.
Like mama, mama with the chair.
Okay.
We need him on the pound too. It'd be cool. He'd be come on the. He ain't camera shy, is he?
Maybe a little bit.
Say what?
Anyway, okay. So before I go, Miss Floro, do you have anything that you want that you think that we should have seen already or should see?
Child, I don't, because I don't have TV and I really hadn't watched a whole lot of TV even before then. When I did have TV, I am so behind on stuff. I don't even know what's out. By the time I find out, it's either over or close to being over.
Right,
So,
right. Well, I liked watching the what was it called? The show about the woman. Oh, you know what? It's hard for me to keep it straight too, but it's on Hulu. Let me see. Oh, the women. Oh, I can't think of it. Let me see. Hulu.
Housewives of Atlanta or something.
No, I cannot watch that.
Little
I'm
Women.
about to say,
there it is.
Somebody gave me
I'm
wrong.
about to say, Kim, you don't look like the type that would
No,
watch something
girl,
like that.
I can't. I just can't. I can't. And they rub me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Okay. This is called The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I've heard about that one. I'm not sure.
Wee.
I'm
Okay,
not
I'll give
sure
you a
I'd
little
want to hear that
synopsis.
one.
Yeah.
A little synopsis on this. What happened was the religious right took over the country.
Yeah.
And they gave everyone roles. So they had some people as generals and they had some women, because what had happened was something had happened in the world where women couldn't conceive children anymore. Men and women couldn't conceive. So they had a handful of women that they called handmaids, and they were responsible for having children for the country.
Wow.
And really, it was for the important people, the generals and people of that nature. Okay. So they didn't ask you, would you like to do it? They enlisted you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. You see the man over here? You can't hardly see him with the oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, you guys should. Yeah, we can't see.
That would help, wouldn't it?
Like a window.
Yeah, that would help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you see the man over here with the weapon, the AK or whatever it is?
Yeah.
So they enforce all of the rules in this society. And I couldn't believe, I love this girl here. Her name is June, and her character is June. What they do is they have these women who are fertile.
Yeah.
Sleep with the generals.
Good Lord.
So they live in the house with the general and their wife. And this is wild now, you guys. The general's wife will be at the head of the bed with her. She had a long skirt on and her legs wide open. Now, the girl, June, or the handmaid, her head would go in between her legs while she's on her back. Wow. Now, the man, the general, is at the front, and he's forcing this girl, he's raping her to have sex. And he's holding his wife's hand, and this is supposed to be this like sacred union.
What? Oh Lord.
Blew my mind when I first saw it. Blew my mind.
Wow.
And then they have
You sure that wasn't porn?
I told you to be quiet. Then they have these women who are only the housemaids and so they do all the cooking and the cleaning and everything. And it's just and then the rest of the men are either let's see, workers or generals, or I mean, it's just out of sight. And then they have some women who are just in the brothels. And
Wow.
I mean, and the goal is to escape from the United States to get to Canada.
Yeah.
Because in Canada they don't do this. But
Mhm.
Canada looked at the US as a sovereign,
Mm-hmm.
place, so they could not interfere. But if you escaped and got across to Canada, then
Right.
they were standing there with their weapons to say, kind of like the DMV, the
Mhm. Mhm.
where you can't cross over this line here.
All right, just go on back home. Go on back.
And this lady right here is tough as nails. They stole her child and gave her child to generals. They stole all the children and just divided the children up, and then they made them have children. Her goal was to kill them all and get the kids up out of there. And she just tough as I don't know. And I
Wow.
loved it.
So she got a lot of kids. I mean, so
She's
basically,
only got 2 kids. One was by her husband when she was actually when the U.S. was a free state,
okay.
and the other one they think is by the general, but the general was shooting blanks, so
Wow.
she slept with the chauffeur, and it's really the chauffeur's baby, but they think it's the general's baby.
Mhm.
Good gosh, there's a lot of baby
Mhm.
mama drama stuff going. Mm-hmm.
But it's deep, and you can see the way she's looking. That girl, they just cannot stop her. They tried everything they could to
Yeah.
stop her, beat her down, just everything. And she was just like,
Yeah.
she told the woman one time that was
Uh
like, "Why
huh.
are you doing this to us?" And we try to give you a good life. And she was like, "You and your husband raped me, and you want me to be appreciative of what you did? Oh, well, we can help each other. And, I wish you would just get out of our life." And she said, "You will never be free of me." I said,
Mm.
"Ooh."
Now that's what I'm talking about. Okay,
I
that's
like.
what I'm talking about.
It was good. It was good. Anyway, it's a couple minutes after 10. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you. I just wanted to just talk and chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed it. Mm.
Yeah, that was, now maybe the next time I'm gonna start trying to come on a little bit more and maybe do some of the games we were doing, like whether it's Family Feud or Bingo or um
Mhm.
the Rat Race or something like that. And see if we can catch Shannon while he's running. And
Oh,
how you holding up, Shannon?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm still offended about my door prize. I'm still stuck on that. Mm-hmm.
You can forget that. That's in the past. That's dead and stinking, as they
Ain't no
say.
in the past. It was like, see, Now look, I swear it's hard to argue with you. So hard.
I know. So why try? I mean, really, it's futile. Yeah, but I'm glad. You hanging in there. I'm glad you up here laughing and talking with us, shooting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it too last night. Miss Full Rollers as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Fun. Mm-hmm.
I must have been asleep while I was talking with you all, because I was just like, "Did we do that? What was we talking about?" Just talking about anything and everything. That's what's fun. And when you can hang out with
Yeah.
people,
Hmm.
you can talk
It
about
was
anything and everything.
definitely fun.
And especially when the people come in they start on you.
Start on who?
You.
Look, I
I didn't
don't
say
know what is with people. Why they I'm telling Jennifer, I don't get it. Why is people out the gate, even at work, out the gate coming straight at me with something? It's like I can't even get in the door good. Somebody ready to come straight at me for something. Gosh.
It's because of what you have done previous to that point.
Look, I ain't
Exactly. What's
previous.
the backstory?
It ain't no backstory. Look.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Shaking her head, shaking her hand, shaking her head. Yeah, it's crazy. No, she didn't. You know, I have not had nobody do that to me in a couple of years doing that to me.
Y'all remember this? When you like this?
Yep.
315. 315. If Marlene was in here, she'd be doing the knives.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Send all y'all to the hall, the shame of thrones, the hall of shame.
Do it,
Watch it
Shannon.
now.
Do it. I want to
Watch
see that. I want to laugh my tail off with that.
Yeah.
That'll be hilarious. And then you can have our pictures like on the front of the trophies and stuff. Welcome to the hall of what you call it? The hall of shame.
Hall of shame. Shame of thrones.
Shame of
Shame of
Thrones,
Thrones. Okay.
I'm
And then you can take us into the hall of shame. I'll be glad to be there. You know. Thank you. As long as I get my moment on the red carpet, yeah.
That's sad. See, that's
And
what
accept my trophy.
no, ain't no trophies.
Yeah, what kind of jacked up show is this? There ain't no trophies.
Well, that's why it's called the Hall of Shame.
So
I know, right? So the hall of shame is shameful, right?
That's right. That's all you gonna get.
Well,
So
at least
that
you
means-
got an Apple Watch, my God.
Well, we all can't be winners, okay?
Oh, you guys take care.
All right, we will see you.
I gotta get my dinner. My dinner was ready, and yeah, and I saw you, Shannon, talking about burnt meatloaf.
Oh, you did too. That burnt.
But my husband cut it out for me, and so now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my dinner,
Yeah, go get your dinner.
watch something together,
Yeah.
enjoy some quality time.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, thanks a lot.
All right, we'll see y'all later.
Okay,
Bye,
take care.
Kim.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 You too can get an Apple Watch, just like Shannon. Come back next time. Oh, Connor said you said Shame of Thrones. I can just throw you somewhere. Me and Kim will be standing back.
Yeah, Connor's on the Shame of Thrones too. He done made him.
Okay, bye, you guys.
All right, bye, y'all.